Hi and welcome to my channel, which is about diving into the world of narcissistic mothers and the effects that this has upon you, just both when you grew up and as the adult that you are today. We do get bruises and woundings in our childhoods, and yours is of a particular kind when you have a narcissistic mother. So this is what this channel is about, trying to help you with all of this. And this video is about how your narcissistic mother wants to have a relationship with you. But it's just that I would say she pretends almost to want to have a relationship with you because she only wants to have it in a certain way, which is that you are the person and are in a way that which matches up to her expectations. So unless you actually offer her your relationship in the way that she wants to have it, unless you do that, you get to meet that rageful, difficult side of her. So is that really a relationship? That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And my name is Åse Vegriff, and I'm a registered counselor. I have a private practice where I help people with narcissistic mothers, and I'm trying to reach out more to help more people here on YouTube. And so if you like this, if it resonates with you, please consider subscribing, liking, and or commenting on the video. So I'm sure that with a narcissistic mother, you know this situation all too well. That you are together with her and she's talking with you, and maybe there's also other family there, and seemingly things are fine. It could appear so for someone on the outside of this, and also in fact other family members, that things are fine because she is so controlling. She has a lot of power over the relationships in the family, so that not everyone sees the relationships the way you do. So it might appear from other parts of the family even that things are just fine and normal, but that is people who don't know your truth. Because you know in your heart that this situation is so very fragile, because you must at all times agree with her, with the way with her decisions, what she believes, how things should be. As long as you are on her, as long as you play along with this, then you are good. But the problem is, it's really painful to be in a relationship in which you don't get to be you. We all have the need to be ourselves in relationships. And she doesn't probably know you, the real you. Perhaps you also struggle to know the real you, having adapted to her to protect yourself growing up. And she's closed-minded. Only her reality counts. She thinks that she can be a part of your life, an important part of your life, but without actually you being a part of it, because she only wants you to play the role that she's given you, and she always knows best. Should you be true to yourself and say what you mean, which isn't exactly what she believes, then we have a problem. And she might become, you know your mother best, she might become insistent, she might, it will trigger her and set her off in all kind of ways, in the particular way that your mother is. But she will insist that you succumb to her definition of things, and that you are in the wrong for not agreeing with her, that you don't understand, and so on. And it's not without a consequence. This often a sort of feeling of threat or punishment or consequence or aggression in this game. So you're sitting there in a situation which looks so fine on the surface, with all of this going on inside of you, that if you don't let her win, then there is a consequence. And you know your mother best in this. So you can take the easy route, and you can just grey rock her, and you can, which is advisable to do, you know, to just protect yourself, go along with her, because you're never going to be able to change her. And protecting yourself by not disclosing much about your life, so she doesn't get to know you, know things about you, you're not vulnerable with her, and so on. So you can nod along and just pretend to agree with her, and that might be a smart thing to do, which you can do when you have to interact with her. But that might be a good strategy. But at the same time, there's something with this, that yours is a primary relationship that you have with her, and if she set you up to betray yourself and to sever your own relationship with yourself all along, then there is a price for you on the other side that you will get to pay if you self-sacrifice on a continual basis. Because you are sacrificing your own truth. You're sacrificing your true feelings and needs, your true beliefs, your authenticity. And if you then carry this dynamic of not showing yourself, which is a way that's been automated in you, and you are maybe also blind, we get blinded to all of this going on in ourselves on different levels. So that is why I, when I'm a therapist, I can, or I'm a teacher, trainer, coach, I can help people see this from the outside and help them become aware of this in themselves, so that they aren't blind to it anymore, so that they can get more on the path of being who they are. So because if you do carry on this pattern of, there are a lot of dominant people aside from her out there, and if you can easily find yourself triggered by, I don't know if you recognize this in yourself, but lots of people can find themselves very triggered by people who seem similar to her, or people who are dominant, people who aren't afraid to speak, to show themselves, and who are so, and if you then have been set up to be in a pattern where you hold yourself back, you quieten your authenticity and so on, that means that you might struggle with relationships. You might not be seen by others because you also don't make yourself seen. So and sometimes for people that can also mean that you find relationships so difficult to be in that you don't know how to be different in them, and then on the other side of that, it's also understandable that lots of people in that situation end up withdrawing from a lot of relationships because it simply is too difficult. So this can all play out, and it's quite common with having a narcissistic mother. But I want you to know that there is a different way there. You can find people who know about this. You can also, here on my channel, you can listen to the videos, you can be validated. You can, I'm also going to introduce online programs and communities and so on for safe working through this and healing and becoming yourself more. So there is a path to find yourself and be who you are, and grey rocking when you are interacting with your mother. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, and if it has, then please consider subscribing or commenting or liking the video, and I hope, because then I get to see you back, and I wish you a lovely day, and I hope to see you again.